In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to find the love of your life. This might be a couple of videos, but we're going to get right down to the nitty-gritty of how and why it's important and how to actually get this love of your life, okay? So if this is your first time here, hello, my name is Aaliyah. I talk about all things manifestation, mindset, self-development, all of that good stuff. And if this is you coming back, welcome back. If you like watching this type of content, listen, I try to make everything as basic and as simple as possible. No faff, no BS. I just want to make it simple for you to understand so you have the tools to be the best version of yourself, okay? So if you enjoy that type of content, I would love to have you here. So let's chill out, sit down, let's get to it. Today's video, sorry, I don't know why I paused. But today's video, I want to talk about why it's important to find the love of your life. But let's start off with, what is the love of your life? It's you, okay? If you didn't get the gist of the video, I'm not going to teach you how to find the love of your life. This isn't a Tinder, this isn't Bumble, this is nothing on that range. I'm going to teach you how to love yourself. And the first video, this video, is about why. Because if you don't understand the why, you're never going to feel the need to actually do the actions. It's simple. If your why is not big enough, you're never going to do the actual steps to be able to find the actual love of your life, the actual person you want to be with. So let's get into why it's important. Why is it important to love yourself? Why is it important to take care of yourself? Why is it important to have yourself at a state of being where you're at your peak, mentally, physically, spiritually, and in whichever way, shape, or possible? And why that's vital in terms of attracting the partner of your dreams into your life. Listen, I can give you the tools right now to be able to manifest the partner that you want in life. It's very easy. You can literally do the same steps I've been talking about on my channel over the last couple of months. You can do that and then it manifests, okay? But in reality, are you going to be able to keep it? Is it going to be the person that you really and truly want? Because remember, whether you look at law of assumption, law of attraction, whether you look into the world, whether you read religious texts, whatever it is, you manifest who you are being. Whatever you are being materializes. If you are abundant, then abundance is going to find you. If you are wealthy, then wealth is going to find you. If you are a loving person, then love is going to find you. So if you are not being the person who is in a loving, committed relationship, then you are never, ever going to find that. The reason why I say that it always starts with you when it comes to a relationship is because if you was to somehow magically take you and turn it into a man or a woman, would you date that person? Your answer is probably going to be no. Or it might be yes, possibly. But it's probably going to be no. And I'll be happy if it is no. Because really and truly, when you look at yourself into another person, you're going to see certain traits about yourself that you're not going to like when another person is doing it to you. Whether that means this person is, insecure, constantly asking you questions about, do you still like me? Do you want to be with me? Do you still want to get married? Right? And now you're like, I've been asking these questions 45 times in a day. Like, do you not know? Do you not trust me? Right? You want to be with that person. If you find that the person that you're with doesn't care about themselves, doesn't care about their growth, what they want to do, they're not self-aware, you're going to be swayed away from that because they're going to be like, well, you don't want to grow. You don't have no passion for life. If this person that you're with doesn't take care of themselves, like basic human things, right? Like taking a fucking shower or going to the gym or doing their nails or taking care of their skin or looking approachable. Are you going to sway that way? You're probably not, because you're not going to even look in that direction. So if you see that in another person and you wouldn't date them, and you realize you are also that person, how do you think another guy or a woman is ever going to look at you and think, oh yeah, I want to be with this person? It's kind of stupid. So I understand it starts with you, okay? So let's get into the why, right? When you start loving yourself, firstly, I want to talk about boundaries and standards, right? When you have got into a relationship, and you probably have, right, in the past, whether it's with other people or not with other people, you've probably been with people and you've seen to yourself in the first couple of months, you've upheld your standards, whether that's, I don't tolerate disrespect, I don't do this, I don't do that. These are the things that you uphold within your relationship. But then as time goes on, those boundaries start to get overridden, right? Whether that's because you love this person, you're getting attached, you don't want to lose them, so you just slowly start settling for less, right? Why does that happen? It's because those standards, those boundaries you have set is only a figment of your imagination. It's just there. It's not you. It's just a thought you had. It sounds nice. It sounds nice to say it, but you're not actually that person. Because if you were actually that person, the moment you see that disrespect, whether it's 4 months down the line or 4 years down the line, you're going to check up on it. you're going to be like, no, don't do that, mate, because this is me. I deserve respect. And the reason your boundaries are not withholding the stand against time, the stand against relationships, the reason why your boundaries aren't standing against the time, right, or people, is because you are not being that person. You have to be someone that does not tolerate disrespect. You can't be someone that tolerates disrespect, but then says they don't tolerate disrespect. That foundation, that border, that fence is not as strong as you think it is. So it's always going to break. Someone is always going to make their way through that. And that seep through that wall is always going to be some sort of attachment, love, someone's look, someone's care for you. And that eventually is going to seep and that wall is going to break. And then the look behind it, you tolerate disrespect. So you're going to find yourself in situations like that. So understand that when you love yourself, you uphold a level of dignity about yourself. You uphold a level standard of yourself because you are that person. If you find yourself every morning, you're going to bed, you're waking up and you're telling yourself the most beautiful, loving things. You're waking up saying, good morning, beautiful. You look gorgeous today. You're complimenting yourself. You're appreciating yourself. You're respecting yourself. You respect your time, your energy. You respect the people that you spend your time with. If you find yourself doing that, you become that person. Every day, slowly become that person to the point where if someone comes into your life and they're disrespecting you, your instant reaction is, don't do that. You won't even say that. You wouldn't even look in their direction, is my point. So another thing with this is, even if you are in a relationship, and because listen, it's human, right? I'm going to make a couple of more videos about this stuff in the future, but it's normal when you have issues, when sometimes communication gets lost, because humans are humans. You're going to find yourself in situations where things get skewed. But regardless, you're going to always withhold that standard. You're going to always hold that standard, that boundary, the standards that you have of yourself and the value that you put into something. You're never going to let that bow down because you know who you are and you know what you are standing for. And the only reason you know is because you've poured it into yourself. That's how you're going to know you're with the right person. That's how you're going to know you've chosen the right person. Because it doesn't matter who it is, right? If you find yourself in a shit situation now with the relationship you're in now, it doesn't mean that when you end this one and now you end up in another one, everything's going to somehow change. No, it doesn't. Because you're still the same person. And I will say this continuously for the rest of my life. You are the common denominator in every part of your life. And that includes your relationships. So if you find that your relationships are failing, it's probably because of you. And if that's rude and if that is somehow triggering to you, understand, I'm not here to trigger you, mate. Like, I'm not here to annoy you. I'm not here to throw things at you, but it's just the truth. You are the common denominator and you are choosing an experience for yourself where you are not loved, you're not cared for, you're not valued, you are not respected. And as a result of that, your world is showing you exactly that. So you can't really blame it other than yourself. So that is why you need to love yourself. You need to, when you get into a great relationship, you're going to realize why it's so vital to be able to love yourself. It is so freeing. It's so freeing to be able to love yourself because it just gives you the circumstance. It gives you the ability to just calm the fuck down. You don't need to be on this person's case. You don't need to be checking their phone 24/7. You don't need to be doing anything. You can just sit back and relax because you know the type of people you attract in your life do not do dumb shit. You know the type of people that come into your life, even if they do fuck up, they always realize their mistakes and they apologize and they accept and they grow from it and they never do it again. And it becomes such a boring relationship, but boring in the best way. So when you realize the why, then you can start getting into the how, because then if the why has intrigued you, if the why somehow has opened up a little bit of your mind and your heart and your soul into thinking, oh my God, like I actually understand this, then the how is so much more easier. The how to love yourself gets a lot easier because the how can be very, very individualized. It can be different from you than it is to me, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, you need to realize that when you love yourself, when you truly honor yourself, value yourself, take care of yourself, pour into yourself, everything around you will do exactly the same. Because whether you look at it from a manifestation point of view or a religious point of view or in a self point of view, whatever it is, whatever point of view you're looking at it from, understand you are going to pour into yourself and the world is going to pour into you 10 times more. So stop forcing people that you're with to love you correctly. You're only asking yourself to love yourself correctly. That is all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and stay tuned for how to love yourself.